Mike Tirico along with Greg Olsen. That is Jake Elliott getting this one started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And he'll get this to the 24-yard line, and that's where the opening drive of the game will begin. Greg, he's one of the veterans of the league now. Here comes Dak Prescott in the Cowboy offense. Season 11 for Dak. He turned 33 back in July and was third in the league in passing a season ago.
Yeah, I think there's very few guarantees in the NFL, Mike, but I think if there's one thing that's pretty close to certain, if Dak Prescott is healthy, and in the last couple years that's kind of been a mixed bag, but when he's on the field week in and week out, this Dallas Cowboys team is going to throw for a lot of yards, and they are going to score a lot of points. So it's can they get their defense to go ahead with the play at quarterback they've gotten from Dak Prescott. So I like these plays. I think the more guys, Mike, that you can get involved in the ground game, the better. And of course, they're going to get enough touches to their back in a traditional sense, but make the defense defend every blade of grass from sideline to sideline and from line of scrimmage to the end zone. And one of the best ways to do it is to get your wide receivers, get your speed guys involved in the run game.
And tough running there. He's up to the 32. That's Jonathan Bernard in for the stop.
Third down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game. What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Williams gets it on the draw. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes third down.
And it's third down.
A shotgun snap for Prescott. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. That's Jonathan Bernard busting in to record the sack.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
On fourth down, the veteran Brian Anger on to punt for Dallas. Back deep for the Eagles, Britton Covey. This brought in out past the 20. Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. Here come the Eagles, and that's Jalen Hurts. Year 7 now in the league. The Super Bowl 59 MVP out of Oklahoma.
This is someone who just seems like every year they just get better and better, Mike, right? I mean, think back, whether it was Alabama to Oklahoma to being a Heisman finalist, going from a backup role to MVP candidate. His development has been fun to watch, and now he's universally considered one of the best all-around quarterbacks in the league, and if they want to leave here with a win, they're going to need him to be just that.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 35. Here comes a 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. The pass brought in by Lemon. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
13 yards on the
It's
play.
a pickup of 13 yards. Good for an Eagles first down.
First and 10.
When the
at
Eagles drafted
48-yard
Mekhi
line.
Lemon, I think we all saw the writing on the wall. Could he be A.J. Brown's replacement? Now, he's a very different player, but what they share is that dynamic elite route running, that run after catch ability. So I think if this plays out the way they hoped, I think the Eagles got themselves good. And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
That's Goddard in motion. They'll run the counter with Barkley. It's a short pickup, taking this to the 49. That's Jalen Thompson up from his safety spot to bring him down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Once again, it's Barkley.
Barkley again the ball carrier. He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
So, on 4th down, here's Braden Mann to punt it away for the Eagles. Cavante Turpin to return for the Cowboys. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Cowboys set to get back to work. And there's a look at Clayton Adams, their offensive coordinator. Adams, year 2 now as the offensive coordinator in Big D. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. A pitch comes to Williams. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
I'm not sure if there's anything more enjoyable for a football player than playing a game in the snow. And something for us to keep in mind throughout the rest of the day is typically the advantage is in the favor of the offense. You know where you're going. You know where the cuts are going to come. The defense has to react to you. Can they find a way to take advantage?
He'll get that to Javonte Williams. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and sets up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. That's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
3rd down and 9. That is Ferguson in motion. On 3rd down, Prescott. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
1st down, Dallas.
A gain there of 24 yards. That's good for a Dallas 1st down. Dak, fake to Williams. Now he'll throw. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 5. On the carry, it's Williams. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
operating from the gun. Here's Dak. Quick throw on target to Pickens.
Complete to George
11
Pickens.
yards on the connection there. First down, Cowboys.
First down, Cowboys.
George Pickens has always had the talent, Mike, to be one of the best receivers in the league. And a year ago in Dallas, it really all came together. Talent career high in pretty much every category. So sometimes all a guy needs is a change of scenery, a coach that believes in him, a quarterback that trusts him. And here in Dallas, he gets it all.
Campbell on the stop. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Eagles' 31-yard line.
From the 31, here is 2nd down and 5. They'll go again here with Williams. And he'll be taken down with the first down as time will run out on this opening quarter. So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And we're back in Philly in a moment. On to the second quarter. Cowboys possess the football as they've got it with 1st and 10. We knew snow was in the forecast, and now here it is. On first down, right back to Williams. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Dak. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Dak facing 3rd and long. Oh, fine work there defensively. Got that hand in there. That pass is incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And now it's 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
A 45-yard attempt.
Through the falling snow, the kick is good. And the Cowboys will take a 3-0 lead.
What a start to a career for Brandon Aubrey. All-Pro as a rookie in 23. He's been the NFC's Pro Bowl kicker 3 years running, and he delivers again for the Cowboys here in year 4.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. On the return, it's Dameon Pierce. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready for their second possession. The offense is a little slow to start percolating. 3-0 the score as they begin this drive with a 1st and 10. Man in motion is Smith. Hurts to the air on 1st down. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
That's good.
First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a 1st down.
And a nice play here by Devontae Smith, who really walks into a different role in this Philadelphia offense, Mike. I mean, you think for the most part of his career, he's kind of played that second option to A.J. Brown. He was the deep route runner. They moved him into the slot. But now with A.J. Brown in New England, he finds himself as the true number 1 in this newly designed passing game with the Eagles. It's clear whatever they were trying to set up was not going to work. He went through his entire progression, had nobody to throw the ball to, and just kind of surrenders the play and throws it away.
See what they have for 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He'll get this over the middle to Smith. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of
2 times they've connected on this drive now. This one for 21 yards and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Hurts again. He'll go right back to Smith. They hook up again. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
31-yard line.
To the air again. Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. The screen works for 10 yards and a first down.
That's another
really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Again, Hurts. Rolling right. And he's not able to get away. He does manage to get back to the original line of scrimmage. And that'll set up 2nd down.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
Brought in by the tight end, Dallas Goddard. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That'll be taken in by Barkley. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
Saquon is in for an Eagles touchdown. Barkley puts 6 up for Philly.
Touchdown, Eagles.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Jake Elliott now for the extra point. These kicks not a given in the snow, but this one is good. And the Eagles move out to a 7-3 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. drive begins with a run by Williams. And he's got some space. Up past the 30 to about the 32-yard line. A pickup of 7.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Greg, we look out, snow easing just a bit as they get set for 2nd down. It's another run here for Williams. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They get 15 on that game. That's good for a Dallas first down.
It's just so good to see Javonte Williams back, Mike, playing at this level. It looked like he might never be the same. You think back to that ACL tear back in 2022. It kind of took him a couple seasons, but last year he looked better than ever first year with the Cowboys, and now here he is trying to build on that in year 2.
Across midfield to the 48-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. On play action, here's Dak. Short throw brought in by Schoonmaker. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
First down, Dallas.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
On the play fake, Dak. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
He was looking for George Pickens there. It's 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. Now Prescott going to make the read and keep it himself. And he's going to have the first down. They'll mark him at the 29, but it's a new set of downs. First down picked up.
Yeah, so I really like this zone read concept, Mike, especially as a change of pace. These defensive ends, they're closing hard. They're trying to prevent you from picking up the first down, and every once in a while, that quarterback pulls it and comes out the backside of the defense, and he gets just enough for the first down.
And he'll somehow manage to get rid of it. He took the shot, too. The pass falls incomplete.
2nd down and 10.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
For the Cowboys field goal, a 46-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cowboys are back within 1. It's 7-6.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Here comes Will Shipley on the return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
At their own
Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. To throw, Hurts. He takes off. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half.
6 at the 27-yard line.
It is 2nd and 6. Hurts. Quick slant into the hands of Smith. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Hurts finding Smith and an Eagle. First down.
That's good.
And this is why most teams might decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this second quarter. Second down, they need 2 yards. Now Hurts. A pass caught by Saquon. And he's going to have a first down. They get into field goal range here at the 29.
19 yards. And an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. This will be a 46-yard attempt. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
Nice job there securing points with that final play. Of course, they would have loved to have come away from that possession with a touchdown, but I think they're going to be happy with 3 going into the break.
Final second now of this first half as this one is away. Here comes the return from a yard or 2 deep. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half. So, halftime straight ahead. And we'll send it to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen in Orlando, where it almost never snows. These 2 teams dealing with the light dusting, and that's expected to go on into the second half. Who handles it better? Let's go back out to the stadium and check in with our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Scott, thank you as always. During your update, we had a few snow flurries start to pop up. Watch the skies as we get set for this second half. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Here is Shipley on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense going to have the first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Man in motion is Brown. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
They send a receiver in motion left. A 2nd down throw for Hurts. That's taken in left side by Smith. And he is out of bounds at the 45. Hurts finding Smith and an Eagle. 1st down.
There's a reason certain guys, Mike, just always seem to be open. It's really because route running is more art than it is science. How do you manipulate the defense to find open spots or win versus man to create separation and earn the trust of your quarterback?
Pass downfield is caught by Brown. A pickup there of 28 yards.
That's another Eagle.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the...
Oh, Barkley has fumbled. One of his teammates is there to pick it up. And he will not be quite able to stretch the ball out. They're going to mark him down after that huge run all the way to the 1.
So as you start operating your red zone offense, of course it goes without saying, Mike, you're trying to score touchdowns. But the worst case scenario is that you bring your field goal unit and you at least try for 3. You have to protect the ball. Turnovers are the cardinal sin of red zone offense. In this case, they dodge a little bit of a bullet here. The ball comes loose. Fortunately for the ball carrier, his own team recovers it. They can keep their offense on the field and see if they can finish this drive.
From back at the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. Saquon will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown.
All right, Mike, so down here tight, there's really 2 schools of thought. 1, spread them out. Make them defend sideline to sideline, cover every blade of grass, and try to create some holes. The other side of that conversation is pack everybody in tight. We're tougher than you. We're bigger than you, and we're going to knock you back just enough to punch this in for a touchdown.
Elliott on now for the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Eagles are able to extend the lead. It's now 17-6.
Cowboys 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Cavante Turpin on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. And really, he has not produced a whole lot of highlights as we thought about coming in that he could be a featured back in this one. Instead, no running lanes, no room to operate, stuck at the line of scrimmage, and generally taking this offense out of its flow. On 1st and 10, Prescott. That's right side. He's got Ferguson. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
Here they come for 3rd and 1. He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. A pickup of 12 yards. 1st down, Cowboys.
And the Cowboys.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
On 1st down, it is Williams. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. He'll tuck it and take off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
It's 3rd down. They need 6 for the 1st down. In motion, Lamb. On 3rd down, Prescott. That's out wide to Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Eagles offense getting set to get back to work. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. Hurts going to hold on to this one. Big run here. He's tackled beyond the 35-yard line. How about 25 yards to start the drive? 1st down.
You know, it's one of those plays, Mike, that when it works, man, it's a thing of beauty. The defensive end, he crashes down. The quarterback pulls it and escapes around the edge with nobody there and nothing but green grass. And we see this so often at the college level. Teams in the NFL have gotten a lot better defending it, but this time it works to perfection and picks up the 1st down.
Hurts gonna run it himself. And he'll be met in the backfield and drop behind the line of scrimmage.
On the stop.
Trying to catch the defense off guard with this designed quarterback run. Doesn't go down for a sack, but either way, defense was ready for it, able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. To throw is Hurts. This is to Goddard on the screen. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
Well, you know, Mike, if I had to guess, I'd say that's probably not what they had in mind when they called that play, but those guys on defense, it felt like they knew what was coming from the start, and they got to him in a hurry.
3rd and long for Hurts. He'll try to run for it. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
On 1st down, it's Hurts. And this time the rush gets home, and down he goes. Kenny Clark in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
Well, that's certainly one way to bounce back here defensively after giving up a huge explosive play on the previous snap. To bounce back and come away with a sack. Now you find yourself in 2nd and long. You can catch your breath, and the opportunity to get off the field has just gone up.
And he is out of bounds. Mark him at the 25. 17 yards on that play. 1st down, Philadelphia.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
They'll pitch it to Barkley. And no room to be found. He'll get this back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
At the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Second and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Whoa, that's taken in right side by Goddard. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down. Coming up.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Man in motion is Smith. And the rush too strong. They're in a flash for the sack. Rashawn Gary, former Michigan Wolverine, in there to take him down.
Mike, I think it's important to point out the difference between RPO and play action. On RPO, everyone is blocking for that ball to be handed off. So when the quarterback does pull it, like he did here, it has to come out of his hand. The longer he holds it, the play is just not designed to hold up in protection, and it results in a sack. That's just a really good drive here in the second half, and you understand what the situation calls for. You have the lead, second half, continue to control the clock, continue to convert and get fresh sets of downs, come away with points, and just try to continue to extend this lead.
Jake Elliott to kick
And
off
back to
for
work goes
Philadelphia.
Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to take over possession of the football. And they are still searching for that first touchdown of the game. Greg, this defense that they're going against has been like a brick wall.
And especially this front seven. And listen, Mike, we all know this is a passing league. But what you want to do is you want to at least be unpredictable on offense, meaning you want to be in what they call 50-50 downs. I got an equal opportunity to both run or pass based on the down and distance. When you have nothing to show for on first and second down on the ground, you find yourself in must-pass scenarios, and you're playing right into the hands of the defense.
Dak, fake to Williams. Now he'll throw. There's Ferguson, the tight end. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up second and 8.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Now a second down throw for Prescott. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
A shotgun snap for Prescott. Lets it go downfield for Ferguson. And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. Fought for and caught for the first down. The risk pays off to the tune of 16 yards.
First down, Dallas.
Desperation time now setting here in the fourth quarter. This is where the urgency of your 2-minute offense is so critical. How many plays can you run and how fast can you run them? Because one score is not going to do it. You're going to have to score and get the ball back and end up going down and punching it in again.
Here's first and 10. To the air again, Prescott. That's to Ferguson once again. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 35 yards.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the fourth quarter. They've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball.
And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
10 yards on the pickup.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
He was taken down.
A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Pistol now for Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance. Trailing here in the 4th. but they will turn it over on downs.
So the offense finds themselves in a tough situation. They're down by 2 scores late in this game. They know this is a prime opportunity. They need to play for a touchdown, and instead the defense makes a huge stand, and they got a chance now to close this game out.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. Not much happening there, just a short game.
The tackle by DeMarvion Overshown. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up third down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. The pass brought in by Lemon. And now the Cowboys are going to take a timeout as they'll discuss what's to come. It's 4th down is looming.
It's 4th down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Here comes the Eagles punt team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. So now here are the Cowboys, their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Dak. There's a short one that's caught by Ferguson. He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
A throw here, right side, falls incomplete. Jake Ferguson was the intended target. And 3rd down coming up.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
He'll try to run for it with Williams. And he's got it. Good work there to take it to the 47 and set up 1st down.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. And a Cowboy 1st down.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. 2 timeouts still left, but scoring quickly here, a must. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he'll somehow manage to get rid of this. He took a shot, too. The pass falls incomplete.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. And that's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
2nd down, Prescott. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
To Javonte Williams. It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
The Philly faithful making some noise on their feet before 3rd down. Open man, left side, he's got it. Prescott to his main man Lamb. CD gets the Cowboys a 1st down.
A gain of 14.
And these are the moments in the game, Mike, where you need your best players to come through and make their presence felt, and that's exactly what he does there. Picks up a nice reception, good chunk of yards, and they keep their hopes alive.
They'll throw again. Dak. Oh, a loose football. Looked like one of the Cowboys was there to recover. Indeed, they will keep possession.
Recovered by the offense.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. Now Prescott. Throw, left side, caught by Ferguson. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
After that 1st down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on 2nd down. That big chunk brings them from 2nd and long to now at least 3rd and manageable.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down. They wind up with a gain of 8 on 3rd and 4.
On the tackle.
Cowboys going to use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll stop with 28 seconds to go in the game. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. That one too far over the end line. Overthrow, it is incomplete.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
Intended for Jalen.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. That sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
That one swung out to blue. And he's brought down, but they are out of timeouts.
A 5-yard pickup. It's now 4th down.
So it's a win here for the Eagles. They get it done to the delight of this crowd. We saw a snowball or two launched in jubilation as time expired. Now these fans, we have to battle the roadways. Safe getting home, folks, but sure it was worth it after a home victory.